amigos? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos nuevamente al canal de Carloncho. Hoy día en un nuevo streaming saliendo acá desde Seattle hacia San Francisco en el 747-8 con los amigos de FlySim Chile. Tenemos completa aquí la formación. Está Harald allá en American, está Luis Oliva, está Gastón, allá está Cuadra que también nos está acompañando. Así que estamos preparados, ya estamos listos para realizar el vuelo hacia San Francisco, aproximadamente 1 hora 44. Está full control de San Francisco, así que se viene un vuelo muy entretenido. De hecho, hay control porque hay un otro streamer que es bastante conocido, Chiwi, que está haciendo un streaming allá. Así que acabo de tirarle una saliva al monitor, así que aquí tengo un pañito para limpiar eso. Así que nada, se ve un vuelo muy entretenido. Xfrux, buenas, soy el United 5373, buenísimo, qué bueno que nos esté acompañando. Los voy a acompañar, espectacular, de eso se trata, maravilloso. Ah, tú eres el United, a ver, United, ¿a dónde estás United? A ver, voy a buscar acá el United, Air Traffic, United 5373, a ver, 5373, ¿dónde está ahí? 573. Ah, acá estás. Ah, ahí te veo. Mira, ahí está saliendo, ¿viste? Perfecto. Buena, Xflux, qué bueno que nos está acompañando. Y el Nico, ¿en qué parte estaban? Estábamos en Seattle, estamos acá en la parte carguera. Estamos en el North Ramp Control and Cargo, que queda muy cercano aquí al umbral de las pistas 1.6 izquierda y 1.6 derecha. ¿Ok? Okay, so that's it, guys. Welcome again to my streaming channel. Today, all the friends of FlySim Chile, we are flying from Seattle all the way to San Francisco. It's going to be a 1 hour and 44 minutes flight time. Flight level is going to be 35,000 feet. And it's full of staff over there in San Francisco. Full ATC, a lot of traffic. Chiwi is actually streaming over there in San Francisco. So that's why he moves a lot of people in when he's doing the stream. So we expect like a full ATC service doing the descent. So that's going to be an amazing stuff. Full ATC as I told you. So yeah, we're gonna get started, right? So we're gonna start here as usual with the battery. External power is connected, standby power is on. We're gonna go with IRS in nav. Emergency lights are connected. The lights are off, just the navigation light during the ground operations. We're gonna go here, we're gonna check status, so we check the hydraulic quantity and the oxygen as well, and we check the oil quantity in the 4 engines, 21, 20, 20, 21. Just like my age, guys, 21 years old. I wish. I have almost the double of that. Okay, reverse our stove, of course, idle, flaps up, spoilers up, the fuel control switches are cut off, and the parking brake is on. So we're gonna start with the usual stuff, with the weather, right? So 1, 2, 2. This, of course, this is the one generated in active sky, so we're gonna go with this one.
Kilo Sierra Echo Alpha Airport information. Call 1553 Zulu. Weather wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition temperature 11. Dew point 3. Altimeter 3021. Advice on initial contact via information. Call.
Okay, so we have good weather conditions right now. We have wind calm, so we're going to expect runway 16 left and 16 right, most probably. We're going to take 16 left, which is the most longer one. We have 10 kilometers of visibility. We have 11 degrees, and the QNH is 3021. So we're going to set that 3021 here. That's perfect, 3021, 440 feet, which is more or less the elevation of the airport. So we're going to start with the preparation of our FMS. Okay, so we have the model, of course, we have the engines, we have the nav data, we have everything here. We go here and we set the departure airport, which is Seattle, SeaTac, they call it. GPS position, we take this one, we put it in the scratch pad, and we put it over here, this boxes. We hit next and we set the departure, which is Seattle, and we go all the way to San Francisco today. We are gonna be the cargo logs 705 as usual, all the same flight number during the world tour. So we have that. We're gonna set to route select 747 Seattle, San Francisco. We have to connect the data link. So in order to do that, we're gonna set this one here. We go to data link, pre-flight. And basically, we fill almost the same fields. So we set Seattle. We go here to San Francisco. Estimated time of departure is 1630 UTC. and the flight time is going to be 1 hour and 44 minutes. The code of the airline is Charlie Victor. Okay, that is over here. Okay, I'm just filling everything that is in the flight plan. Okay, data link sync. So now we just wait for the data link to be connected, so we can actually request the weather. I'm sorry, the flight plan from the company. Espero que todo esté muy bien, chiquillos. Así que eso, estamos haciendo inicialización de data link. Acabamos de conectar el data link. Ahora solamente estamos esperando que el mensaje de data link, acá data link is not ready, se desaparezca para poder pedir la información de ruta hacia la compañía. ¿Okay? Esa comunicación se hace efectiva por medio del data link, del VHF central, que está comunicándose en este momento por data. O sea, básicamente como la misma información de frecuencias que uno tiene, por ejemplo, con un celular, qué sé yo, el avión puede comunicarse también con la compañía. Okay, so data link now is connected, so we hit request. So we have route sending. So we're just gonna wait a little bit over here, and we're gonna have the route for us. Okay, a little bit of water for the meantime. Se agradece, chiquillos, que nos acompañen en este World Tour. Esa es la idea, motivar que la gente vuele. Okay, so we have route 1 uplink ready. So we're gonna hit here on load, and we're gonna go to the next page, and everything of the route is gonna start to populate here. Okay, so we have route 1 uplink ready. I'm gonna clear that message. I don't know, for a strange reason, maybe not, now it's gonna work. I don't know. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we have the route. So we have FEPOT, which is there, Quebec 3 to Fondue. That's a funny name. Then direct to Malbec, and we enter into Bodega 3 arrival to runway 28 right in San Francisco. So we're gonna hit departure here, Seattle, runway 16 left. We're gonna do the Harbor 6, and we're gonna transition to FEPOT, which is right over there. Okay, I'm just doing everything that is in the flight plan. I'm not doing anything else. For the arrival, I'm just gonna hit ILS 28 right, and I'm gonna make the transition. Look at the arrival here, guys. Okay, so if you have any problem, this is because this is the issue. Okay, so Bodega,
Voy iniciando el remolque, cabros.
dale. Hola Marcelo, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Bienvenido al streaming de nuevo. So Bodega 3, and so this one is from Malbec. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna go to Bricks, and at some point we have to go to the other side. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna go to Eddie, and then I'm gonna go Bodega and Malbec. So it's gonna look something like this, guys. If you look at my flight plan here, it's gonna look something like this. We're gonna pass over the airport here in Bricks, and then eventually I'm just gonna add this one with like that. It's gonna look like this with Bricks and Eddie, so it's gonna make like a line over there, but I'm gonna do that later. Okay, I was just gonna keep that thing over there because most probably there's gonna be some ATC over there, so we're gonna receive some vectors. Okay, so that's it.
Estoy sacando ruedas, Gastón, para yo pedir el remolque.
So we're gonna activate, we're gonna execute. Progress, we have 663 nautical miles, and here we have 648, so it's pretty much is the same thing, right? We go to Navrat, everything is here is an automatic, which is the auto-tune mode of the FMC. In this case, we are tuning Seattle in both the VORs. The ILS, of course, is parked because we're not gonna use it. We go to init ref, I'm gonna reject this, And we're gonna set our reserve, which is, I have said this one in many times, is basically the summatory between our alternate and our final reserve. Lo voy a decir también en español esto: la reserva que selecciono acá es la sumatoria de mi combustible a mi alternativa, que sería el día de hoy 5.275, más mi reserva final de 4.816. If I make that add between those two numbers, it's gonna give me something like 10, right? Just to be conservative, I'm gonna put 10.2. So I have a round number, right? For the cruise level, I'm gonna use flight level 350. Cox index, as every single flight during the world tour, we're gonna use Cox index of 40. Step size, I'm just gonna make this one in 2000. I'm gonna go to thrust limit, and I check that this temperature is the same that they have here. So we have 11 degrees, which is good. So that means that both computers are computing the same temperature. Okay, this is important, guys, because basically accordingly to this temperature is how the engines are gonna be performed. Okay, especially during flex or assumed temperature methods reduction, we need to know which temperature is outside. Otherwise we cannot get any reduction, right? And then that's it. I'm gonna go to root data, and I'm gonna load the winds. I'm gonna execute that, and we have the send forecast link already. So I go to FMC comms, the send forecast, and I'm gonna load those winds as well. Okay, so the winds are here. I'm just gonna check if I have winds here. I'm just gonna ask for these winds again. I don't know why, but when I ask the first wind, it's always the same winds for every single waypoint. But when I ask for the wind twice, I have different numbers. So I prefer to ask 2 times. I don't know why. Maybe it's a glitch, but it's always the same thing. Okay, so we have winds again. So I'm gonna load those winds, and in order to get those winds, we have to execute them. Okay, so now we have winds in all the waypoints. You see, before we don't have that information. The same forecast again. So I'm gonna load that wind. Okay, the cargo holds are very... Okay, so we have this one. Okay, perfect. And we are gonna go with the fuel and payload. Okay, so fuel for today, guys, we are gonna be loading 31.079 kilos of fuel. Okay, let's go to the payload. We are gonna have a zero fuel weight of today. 309.0. 309.0. Okay, we're gonna set that. So we have a gross weight of 340 tons.1, and here we have a takeoff weight of 339.1. We have a difference of 1 ton. That is because of the taxi fuel. Okay, so it's perfect. So now that we have everything ready over there, what we can do is to start with the overhead panel. So all this is in the position that we should be. This is off, of course. This is our light panels. All this is guarded. Engine fire switches, APU, cargo suppression, fire engine start switches. Jettison is off, of course. I'm just gonna shut down these ones. The fuel pumps are off. Engine anti-ice and engine anti-ice are off. Wipers are off. Window heat is on. Taxi and landing lights are off. All this is in auto. This is not in use. Normal. All this on. This is in automatic, and this is auto selection in normal. We have 12 degrees position in the knob, so that means 24 degrees. And here we have 17 degrees. We're gonna go with the packs on. I'm gonna start that APU right now. Navigation light is on. We're gonna go with the flight directors. I'm gonna set the VORs to left and right, so we have selection of the VORs. We're gonna go with traffic, so now we have the rings and traffic off. We go here, we check the oxygen, initiate the flight here, electronic flight back. We have all the switches of 12 o'clock position. We have toga, flight director, no VSP, take us off, which is 5 things. The speed is 0, and the elevation of the airport is 440 feet, which is the same that we have here. Yes or no? We have to cross check that, of course. So we have 432, so it's perfect. The QNH is actually matching, right? So we have the heading is 343. It's 343 also in the magnetic compass. We have 3021, also 440 feet, 0. Altitude is perfect. This is in auto, left, off, landing gear down, RTO. All these switches are in off. We go to status. There is no status. Engine, we check any exceedance. There is nothing. Checklist, we go to reset all. We go to normal. That's perfect. So now we continue here. Speed brake is down. Reverser stow. Throttles idle. Flaps up. Fuel control switch is cut off. Stabilizer trim is in normal. Parking brake is set. Frequency is already there. Data. Go seatbelts to on. We go weather plus turbulence. The data link rudder in 0, 1 to 1, decimal 5 in the emergency frequency, 2000 above and left system. Okay, I think there is some ATC here, so let me check. Actually, no, there's no ATC here. Okay, so let's start with the briefing, guys. Okay, so sorry, no. First of all, we are gonna do the performance check. Okay, so I'm gonna move these ones right over here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so we have performance. We go to Seattle, runway 16 left. No intersection. That means that we're gonna use the full runway. Okay, that means no intersection list. Okay, so condition we're gonna be dry. Wind right now we have wind calm, but just to be conservative, we're gonna put a tailwind of 5 knots. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, so now I forgot to put the zero fuel weight here. 309. 309. Perfect. So now we have zero fuel weight. So I'm just gonna copy the FMC data here. High keyboard, copy efficient data. Okay, we have 5 of tailwind, 11 degrees, 3021, gross weight 340.1, which is here. Thrust rating gonna go with takeoff 1. Flight configuration gonna go with optimum. Air conditioning gonna go with engine air conditioning in on. Engine anti-ice is gonna be off, and the CG is gonna be 22.
Estoy remolcando del remoto 3.
And we calculate those numbers. Okay, so now we have results. We have that the takeoff is gonna be 1, so we go to thrust limit. We're gonna set takeoff 1, and the selected temperature is gonna be 38, and the power is gonna be 90.1. And we select 38. We said that the power here is 90.1, which is perfect. We go to takeoff page. We have flaps is 20. CG is 22%, so we hit 22%. B1 is going to be 140. BR is going to be 146. And B2 is going to be 159. We go to thrust limit page. We have takeoff 1, and then we're going to continue on climb 2. We go to the next page, engine out acceleration is going to be 1,500.
Okay, yo estoy conectando el tractor y hago el remolque. Tú estás en el 1, ¿no?
Let me see if they have any noise abatement here. Actually, it doesn't say anything about it.
Vale, cuando lo inicie te voy a dejar espacio y vaya a poder hacer el remolque también. Voy a quedar, voy a remolcar atrás hacia donde está el 737.
Okay, so we have 800, acceleration 1,500, and acceleration 1,500, which is perfect. We're gonna go to approach. We have flap 30, 160, 30, 160, which is the approach reference speed. So both FMS and the electronic flyback are calculating exactly the same figures. So now we're gonna hit this one in takeoff. So B2 is gonna be 159. So I'm gonna go with 159, LNAV, VNAV, and the initial heading is 164. 164, and I don't know if we have any initial clearance here of altitude. Top altitude assigned by ATC. Actually, there doesn't say anything here. 10,000 feet or above. It doesn't say any altitude here, which is pretty weird for United States. Usually you have like some kind of altitude. Anyway, in this area, we have a minimum safe altitude of 2,200 feet, so, and we have 6,400 feet at this side. So I'm just gonna put something like 10,000 initially, and then we will see. Okay. Let's start with the briefing, guys. Okay. Now that we have everything, I just forgot to do something. Let's go to progress page. So right now it's 16:20. Here it says 17:56. So we have 1 hour and 36 minutes of flight time. 1 hour and 36. And here we have 1 hour and 45 minutes, and we are going to be landing there with 14.7 tons of fuel. And the minimum fuel that we have here is 10.2. So we have fuel in the spare, which is good, always is good. And the flight time makes sense with the flight plan. So that means that everything that we have set in the FMS is in the correct way. Now, finally, we can start with the briefing, okay? So, briefing, guys. We are in stand.
Iniciando. Okay.
So we are in stand Romeo 13. Pushback is going to be facing to the west. on this position, and then most probably we're gonna go to stand 22 for engine start, right? But usually we just start here, and then we're gonna make a very short taxi via Alpha Charlie holding point runway 16 left out of
Yalla.
Yalla Habibi. So runway 16 left. It's gonna be pretty much very standard and very straightforward taxi out from here from Seattle. So again, it's gonna be something like this. I'm just gonna show you. It's gonna be like this, and we just go there. Okay, pretty much easy, super easy for the takeoff. I'm just gonna shut down this one out. So emergency briefing before 80 knots. We stop for any relevant reason between 80 knots and approaching V1. We're gonna stop for 4 reasons, which is engine failure, fire, predicted wind shear, aircraft unsafe or unable to fly. In that condition, I will say stop, and my action is gonna be close the thrust lever, disconnect the auto throttle, maximum full reverse depending on the condition of the runway. Verify the deployment of the speed, of course, manual braking or RTO operation. I'm going to stop the airplane, I'm going to set the parking brake, I'm going to make a PA attention cruise stations. The pilot who is not flying is going to call for any emission. He will follow my actions, he will call for speed wake up, reverse green, he will monitor the acceleration, he will call out for the 60 knots, and after that he will call the ATC that we are stopping on the runway. Okay, after that we continue with the normal checklist, memory items, everything that we have here in the ICAS, we deal with it. If we need to evacuate, we assess the situation with the tower, fire brigade, everybody who can give us a help. And then if we need to evacuate, we're going to do it with the emergency evacuation paper checklist, which is the back part of the QRH. If the decision is after B1, we will say no, go below 400 feet. We don't do any action except cancel any auto warnings posted to rate gear up. At 400 feet, we assess the situation with the engine, say we perform memory items if we have. If not, we continue up to 1,500 feet. We follow the SID. We clean on schedule. When the airplane is clean, we're just going to put flight level change. We check continuous thrust, VNAV engine out. We continue with the normal checklist. Then we do the after takeoff checklist, and we decide which is going to be the best course of action. We're going to be below the maximum landing weight when we return here to Seattle, so we can go back to ILS 17 right as necessary, or even 16 left actually, which is the longer one. For the normal departure, we expect the Harov 6 departure, which is the chart 20-3 Bravo, effective from the 19th of July 2018. Minimum safe altitude, we have a couple of sectors here. The most restricted one is 6,400 feet. Here we have 2,200 feet. Okay, this is a transition altitude is going to be 18,000 feet, which is already there. Radar is required, DME, IRU or GPS required. We have GPS here, as you can see, and we have RMP1, and we have an actual navigation of 0.05. For not GPS equipment aircraft departing from runway 16 left, which is not the case. For non-GPS equipment, is not the case as well. For no GPS, all these notes are actually for airplanes who don't have GPS, which is not, of course, the case. For obstacles, runway 16 left, they have trees beginning at 2,900 feet from the departure and the runway. 1,640 right of center line up to 100 AGL. Okay, oh my God, too many trees. This SID requires takeoff minimums for standard minimum 16 left, standard or lower than standard if authorized, with a minimum climb of 500 per nautical miles to 3,000 and minimum of 2,029 per nautical mile to 10,000 feet. Okay, so let's see how that goes. So we're gonna be something like here initially, between here. So we need to develop for runway 16 left, which is our case. We need a minimum of 500 per nautical mile to 3,000, and then a minimum of 2,029 feet per nautical mile to 10,000 feet. So we're gonna be here. Okay, so we need 7,000 feet and 954, which is pretty okay. And then we need 500 feet per nautical mile, so we need more or less between 1,500 and 2,000 feet per minute. So it's more than enough for us. Okay, what else? We have initial, we have the routing here. 16 left, climbing of heading 164 at or above 9,332 feet. Who makes these charts? Like, who can fly 932 feet? Okay, then direct to Kavov, which is there. Then track 116 to cross Rembe, 166 Rembe, at or above 3,000 feet or above, which is there. Then on the spike route to Harov, which is right over here, Harov, cross to Harov at or above 10,000 feet, okay? Which is more or less that we have here. We have Kavov, then we have Rembe, then 245, almost 5 miles to position Richard, then 256 for almost 40 miles to position Emerald, and then from Emerald, track 233 for almost 12 miles to position Harov 10,000 feet, and then we turn left and flight plan route FEFOP, which is there 201 and almost 12 miles to FEFOP. That's it. Okay, so that's it. As for the terrain, we already discussed the terrain. We have basically everything that's going to be at the left side. Anyway, we have we are in VMC conditions, visual conditions, so we can maintain ourselves away from the terrain. Weather consideration for the meantime, nothing. Actually, we have wind calm, and we took our calculation with -5 in tailwind. The fuel is already calculated and it's okay, and that's pretty much the flight for today. I will think the major threat for this flight is going to be the ATC in San Francisco. It's going to be busy. So that's it, guys. We're going to start closing our doors, and we're going to start moving, okay? So we're going to close everything here. And over there on the ground, we're going to prepare for pushback and departure. So now that we have almost everything ready, what we're going to do is we're going to call the pre-flight checklist, right? So pre-flight checklist, oxygen is tested 100%, and both pilots, they have to answer the same thing. It's like tested 100%, tested 100%, because we have two masks, right? We have one mask here and one mask here. So both crew members, they have to answer to this call. And if you have an augmented crew, that means that you have more than one pilot, more than two pilots, of course. Sometimes you have 3 or even 4 pilots. Every pilot has to take the oxygen mask, okay? So everybody has to say tested 100%, okay? Flight instruments, we have heading 343 and altimeter is 3021, reading 440 feet. Pre-flight checklist is completed, okay? So now we're gonna open the communications again, so we can start to communicate with everybody over there.
¿Estoy listo, Diego, o salgo yo?
Okay, APU.
Hostia, voy.
So we're gonna release the ground power, and we're gonna start to pressurize the hydraulic if we have the clearance from the ground. So we just put this one in auto, so all the pressurization system will start to pressurize the demand pumps.
Set the traffic emergency rotate taking off runway 16 left.
We go with beacon. We do a recalling. We should have 5 things here, which is the 4 engines and the TIGAS off, which is perfect. And we go here and we set this one to transponder. The captain, we just set the trim and this bar over here. So you will see 6.6. So we have 6.6, 6.6. And now we can do the before the checklist. MCP, we have V2159, LNAV, VNAV, heading 164, altitude 10,000 feet. Takeoff speed, we have 140, 146, 159. CDO pre-flight is complete. Trim is 6.6 units are set. Taxi and takeoff briefing is complete. Before the checklist is complete. So now we can start our pushback procedure.
Ojo con el tráfico a la 34. Shuttle traffic, Aerobridge cargo 123, line up and way 16 left.
Okay, we're ready for pushback, so I'm just gonna remove the wheel chocks. SeaTac traffic, cargo looks 705, pushing back from gate 13 cargo terminal. Allá va Harald, vienen 2 tráficos más rodando, así que esto se viene bueno. So we're gonna go with the nose to the left. Okay, parking brake released. We started the push. So we're gonna start with engines 3 and 4 in sequence. We're gonna shut down packs 1 and 3. We go with engines 3 and 4, and we hit these ones to run. Fuel control switches to run. Once we move the switches to run, what we are doing is we're just giving the clearance to the EEC, which is basically the computer in charge of the start of the engines, to basically monitor the start for us, right? It doesn't mean that the fuel flow is flowing. Look, the fuel flow is actually is not there. We're just motoring the engine for the meantime. When the EEC detects that the N2 is at sufficient rotor speed, the fuel flow is coming, the EGT starts to increase, and it starts to move also in the big fan that we have in front of us, which is the N1. Also, we start to have some readings about some oil pressure, and oil temperatures will start to rise to normal temperature for operation. Also, you can see here that we have this red line over here, which basically marks the maximum exhaust gas temperature during the start. Once the engine start sequence is complete, this line is completely removed and is moved all the way to the up position, which marks the maximum EGT for the takeoff, okay? Which basically means also maximum takeoff thrust, right? Okay, so now we have engines 3 and 4, and we're gonna start with engines 1 and 2. And we move these ones to run. When the engines are running, you can see that actually it just moved. Right now you can see that this line is in green. That means because there's no fuel flow, so actually there's no way that actually we can burn that engine. The problem set parking brake set. Parking brake set. The problem is when you have the fuel injection over here, and this one changed to red, which basically starts to mean like this is a limitation in terms of engine start, which is right over now. Like we start here, engine knows to start with us the maximum N2 for the start, and this one they turn red. You can see exhaust gas temperature. So this is the normal N2 for the start. That's why we have that green line over there. Whenever we pass that green light, it means that the engine is stable, and basically this green light removes from this display, and that basically marks the engine start procedure. So now it's touching the green line, and boom. What that's supposed to mean? That we have engines running. So basically this green light removes from the display, and we have running in engines 1 and 2. Okay. So now the APU says available. That means that the APU is not supplying power anymore, so we can shut down the APU. The engine anti-ice and the wind anti-ice is off. PAX is auto. We are gonna set the flaps to 20, and we are just gonna go open the flight control synoptic page in order to make the flight control check. So we have the ground engineer giving us the thumbs up. So now we can actually start to move our flight controls. But first of all, we have to wait for the flaps to go all the way to flaps 20. So actually we can move the flap arms at the same time. Okay, so we have flaps 20. Now we're gonna start with the flight control check. We go full up, neutral, full down, neutral. We're gonna go with full left, neutral, and full right, and neutral. We're gonna go with the rudder, full left, neutral, and full right, neutral. We're gonna do a recall, so we have the TCAS off, which is perfect, and we are going to go with the before start checklist. Anti-ice is in order, recall is checked, flight controls are checked, run equipment is clear on the left, and we have clear on the right before start checklist complete. So we're gonna start with the taxi light on, and we're just gonna start to move. C-track traffic, this is Cargolux 705, taxi to holding point on runway 16 left via Alpha and Charlie. We're gonna give the way to the both of the Uniteds that I have in front of me. So now we're gonna take Alpha, and here we intercept Bravo to the right. So we are approaching to position 22. And here we're gonna turn to the right. We're gonna take that line over there, and we're gonna move to the left into Charlie. We have clear on the left, and we have clear on the right. Okay, so we are approaching Charlie here, and we're just gonna wait here for everybody to depart. We're gonna be behind that 319 from United, and after that we will ready to go.
On CTAC traffic, United 214 behind the departing company 737, lining up on wait 16 left via Delta, CTAC.
Set parking brake set, taxi light off. Cargolux 705, we are holding short of runway 16 left. We're gonna go behind the departing 319 of United I have on my left side, holding short of runway 16 left as well. Okay, so we are go with the weather. So we have weather presentation right over here, and we're gonna do the takeoff review. We have Toga Toga, LNAV and VNAV is on, 10,000 feet. Departing from runway 16 left, which is this one, without intersection. Flaps is 20. Initial heading is 164 complete. Before takeoff checklist complete, checklist complete. So now we're just gonna wait for our turn. Bienvenidos chiquillos a los que me están siguiendo por el streaming de Fly Sim Chile, y vamos de próximo ya a despegar ya hacia San Francisco. Vuelo entretenido, hay mucho tráfico, así que esto va a estar bastante bueno. Ya hay bastante tráfico ya moviéndose hacia San Francisco, así que invitamos a todos los que nos están viendo a que se unan a estos vuelos. Son divertidos, vamos con amigos, la pasamos bien, aprendemos todo, la pasamos espectacular. Vamos aproximadamente 7 aeronaves para allá ya al momento, así que va a estar bastante bueno. Adicionalmente a eso, nos estamos juntando con un grupo que viene desde Denver, parece que viene, no, miento, de San Diego. Así que va a estar bastante entretenido esto. Eventually this guy is gonna go. Okay, so now the United is going. I will go as number 3. Estamos a ver a los servidores, se pegan los tráficos. Sí, hay un tráfico pegado ahí en la pista de izquierda. Tenéis razón, Cuadra. Tenéis toda razón. Están más pegados que perros. Okay, there is nobody over there in final. And yeah, I think my friend over here is telling me that there's some problems, I think, with the servers. They're getting stuck, the traffic. They don't look like they're moving, actually. That guy is not moving at all. But this guy is moving perfectly, huh? So I think it's maybe a problem with this guy. I don't know. Maybe we will see. ¿Tan paloli mi ojera? ¿En serio? Tengo sueño, weón. Estoy raja. Se me puse este gorro para aplastar un poco el pelo. Well, today, guys, I have my cap of the 787. 787, yeah. Which is amazing, by the way, huh? I'm just gonna show you guys really quickly. This is my 787 Dreamliner cap directly from Boeing, huh? Okay. This is a authentic one, actually. When I did my course in Miami, the 787 in Boeing, they gave me this one just for free. So I just keep this cap just for me. Okay. What the hell is that guy doing in the other runway? Soy yo, jaja, el pegado. ¿Qué pasa? Estáis como pegado, mira. Está ahí en el aire, así pero pegado. Puede que sea el servidor, compadre. Black Demon, how you doing, man? All good? Having a good time as well? Pero si me va bien, son los servers. Sí, parece que son los servers. Si no es problema tuyo. Tranquila, si estamos echando la talla aquí nomás. All good, all good. We are flying all the way from San Francisco, from Seattle to San Francisco. Flight time is going to be 1 hour and 45 minutes, 35,000 feet. Welcome aboard. Okay, just going to put the departure here.
Okay, on CTAC traffic, United 214, runway 16 left, departing, we'll be turning out to the right to join the Juliet 10, CTAC.
Cargo look 705, line up and wait runway 16 left. Okay, so just gonna move. We're gonna go with the taxi light on, strobe light on, KSEA array. And you have to do a little bit of overturn here. Like you have to maintain the line over here. I know that looks like quite scary, but look, if you look outside, look at your nose wheel. You have a sufficient amount of space, but from here, from the cockpit, it looks like a little bit like scary. And here, my recommendation is you just turn, maintain this line. Look how the airplane is going. You know, like you have sufficient amount of space. And when this line passes more or less into this pillar, you move to the left. And more or less, you're gonna be in the middle. Hay plantel o hay tuto? Hay plantel, yo creo. Hay plantel. Siempre hay plantel. So we're just gonna line up with runway 16 left. We are gonna brake a little bit, very gentle. Set the parking brake. Parking brake is set. And oops, I just removed the parking brake. No, it's there. Perfect. And we're just gonna give some space to that guy to move, and then we're gonna be departing from here. We are a heavy traffic, so we don't have too much problem when we depart behind another medium airplane. The problem is when we depart behind another heavy airplane, we need to give some space, right? Because of the weight turbulence. When you have a heavy traffic and following another heavy traffic, you should have at least like 2 minutes between those two traffics. In this case, this airplane is medium, so you have more time actually to play with. Anyways, nobody's waiting for me to move, so I can take my time. I will take some pictures over here, so I can have for my personal portfolio. Okay, so the airplane is already moving away. I'm just gonna extend the range here so I can see my two waypoint, which is in this case is Kabov. I'm just gonna give advice to everybody in the back. I'm just gonna set the landing lights to on, and we're just gonna give them advice. SeaTac traffic, cargo log 705, departing from runway 16 left. We're gonna do the hard of 6 departure. Okay, parking brake off, take off, check thrust. Thrust ref. Thrust set. Hold. I'm looking at my speed, I look at my engine parameters during this phase of the flight. Remove my hand and rotate. Gear up. LNAV. Autopilot in command. LNAV. We have thrust ref, VNAV speed. At 800 feet we have the reduction. So now we have climb 2. See, the power is decreasing. The nose, of course, of the engine of the airplane, of course, is reducing because of the lack of thrust. And then at 1,500 feet, we're going to start to accelerate to our climb speed, which is 250 below 10,000 feet. So 1,000 feet, 1,500 feet AGL, and now the airplane will start to move the speed back all the way to 230 knots initially, and then to 250 when we finally reach flap up speed. And we leave Seattle in the back. When we pass flaps 10, we can select flap 10. Speed check, flaps 10. And now we will select flaps 10, we can select flap 5. Speed check, flaps 5. When we pass flap 5, we can select flaps 1. So we have flap 1, speed check, flaps 1. The guy who's not flying, he says speed check because he needs to check first the speed that actually he can select the flap 1, because otherwise you're going to be in something below that speed. You don't want to do that. When we pass this speed of flap 1, we can select flap up. Speed check, flaps up. And we're going to set manually 250 knots. And we have an FMC enable next altitude, okay, which is position Rembe at 3,000 feet. Okay, almost 3,000, and then we go to height of 10,000 feet or above. Actually, we're gonna reach 10,000 feet in this arc, this green arc. So I'm just gonna go immediately to my cruise altitude, which is gonna be flight level 350. But actually we can climb all the way to flight level 370 because it's actually going to be recommended that level in 105 nautical miles more. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go to 37 immediately so I can reach my cruise altitude right away. So I'm going to go with flight level 370, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to hit this bottom. And when I hit this bottom, I'm just going to move all the way here to 370 as well. Look. So now 370, I have it here. 390, none. So I'm just going to put 0 here. So we're just going to keep at flight level 370. So we have flaps up. We have the after takeoff checklist. We have after takeoff checklist is complete. So we climb all the way to flight level 370. Nico, ¿qué pasó? Daniel, perdón. Tenía todo listo y salen problemas. Cuando hago San Francisco, México, tengo los escenarios para poder apañar. Ningún problema, compadre, ningún problema. Nos acompañas cuando tú puedas y siempre vamos a estar aquí con los brazos abiertos para esperarte para algún vuelito. Así que no hay problema, amigo. Ni un problema. Ni un problema. Right now there is no traffic, so I'm just gonna fly direct to this position in Famuk. Just to take advantage, there's nobody here, so I can make a shortcut, right? Famuk. I'm gonna execute that so we don't move away from anything else. And it's gonna be more fun because actually all the airplanes are gonna be there, like in some kind of way they're gonna be stuck right over there, right? So it's gonna make everything more fun. Plus I have another traffic here at 2,400 feet, so I don't just want to move away from him. Capper Cold, how you doing, man? All good? All good. Ni un problema, Daniel. Para eso estamos. Estamos aquí para ayudar. So we continue climbing to flight level 370, which is going to be our cruise altitude today, guys. And we're going to start talking about the route very soon. So give me some time just to pass 10,000 feet. We're going to start to accelerate the airplane. 10,000 feet. So 10,000 feet, we remove the landing lights, the taxi lights, they go off as well. These three remain on all the time, even during the daylight, like today, for example. The beacon, the navigation, the strobe light, all the time on. And it looks pretty calm in terms of turbulence, so I'm just gonna release the seatbelts to auto. Okay, the transition altitude is gonna be at 18,000 feet. So for the meantime, we just keep this one in QNH, right? So let's talk about the route for today, guys. Right now we are flying to this position, to position Famuk, and I'm just gonna show you actually something here. I'm just gonna show you some turbulence if you have some turbulence here around. It is a ortho scenario. What do you mean that ortho scenario? It's Orvex. It's not ortho. Okay, so we're gonna climb to flight level 370. Actually, I have information at 34 and 390. So 390 is more close to 370, right? So we're gonna see if we have something here in our route. Actually, we don't have nothing. Actually, we have something here in the coast of Seattle of the United States, but nothing actually in our route, right? So in this case, I would say that probably turbulence encounter is not going to be a factor for today's flight. No, it's not free. You have to pay for them. You mean like ORFs is basically a database for terrain, right? So that's what they do, and you have to pay for every single package. They have North America, they have South America, they have Africa, they have Europe. So yeah, here you have to pay for them. They are not expensive, but it's a little bit of I think it's one of the things that you must have, because otherwise your rivers are gonna be totally screwed up. The the highways they're gonna be completely mismatched. So yeah, I think it is. But for X-Plane, I don't know if they have it for X-Plane. I don't really know. I just have Prepared 3D. I'm just specialized in Prepared 3D. I don't know anything about X-Plane. Sorry about that, man. So okay, so we are gonna be in this area, flight level 390. So no weather whatsoever. Let's talk about icing during the route. Icing, of course, is gonna be at a lower level, so that's why we have icing at flight level 240. But as you can see here, is nothing there. That means that probably we don't have nothing of significant weather here in this route for today. Let's see about radar, so we can actually track something. There is some cold fronts here in the coast, as you can see, almost in the border, in the boundary with Canada. But going a little bit to the south, something here in the coast. but not significant. Actually, in the coast of California Redwood. What is this one? McNamara. Yeah, like Oregon and all these parts, but nothing actually in our route, as you can see as well. So that's pretty much for the route for today in terms of weather, I think. Let's see the winds, right? We're gonna be tracking at flight level 370, 390. So basically it's gonna be cross. It's gonna be cross with how much? Here we have 15, 60 knots of crosswind. We're gonna have eventually at flight level 390. We will see. It's gonna come from our right in this direction. So this wind is gonna increase to 50. No, it's gonna increase to 70 knots, 70. So we will see. Passing transition altitude, set the standard set and cross check. We are passing flight level 183 now. Let's check. Okay. So we're gonna have some crosswind during the route. Let's talk about the terrain during our route as well. Now that we are talking about everything that is gonna be concerning our route for today's flight, we're gonna be tracking all the way through the coast. So basically, if we have any decompression problems during our flight, every single decompression is going to go to the right side because we're going to go into the ocean. 10,000 feet, we can descend immediately. If we go to the left, we have some different options because if to the left is the decision to go, we have some safe altitude here of 11,500 feet, 11,000 feet. Actually, here we have 16,300 feet. So actually, the terrain is going to be higher the left side. So we're going to try to avoid going into the high terrain, and definitely we're going to move into the right, which we have, of course, the ocean, when the safe altitude 10,000 feet is going to be easily reached. It's going to be easily reached. Weather, as I told you, is nothing. So we expect a very nice flight for today, guys. So that's it. Talking about some news about the flight simulation world, there was some announcements from PMDG during the weekend, especially from the owner of the company, Rodin Massaro, something like that, I think is the name of him, in the official webpage of PMDG in the forum. And we expect to have some information about a future update and actually a future upgrade into a Prepare 3D version number 5 with all the products of the PMDG 747, 777 and everything. Definitely it's going to be a major lift up for the 777, which has been quite old right now, and they're going to completely do a makeover in the 777. It's going to come with electronic flyback. It's going to come with PVR textures. So definitely looking forward for that update. He said that most probably it's going to come the next week. I hope so. Fingers crossed for that. So probably in a couple of 2 more weeks, we're going to be able to have P3D version number 5 with all the PMDG products, which that means for me to move from version number 4 to version number 5, of course. I'm just waiting for PMDG to actually have an official update just to move, because as you can see here in the internet, there's many people who actually they do the customs and they just put the PMDG into the Prepare version number 5, and you have this kind of merge. So it looks like kind of it's not official, of course, and so of course that means that you have a lot of glitches. So I just want to avoid that, and just to wait for the official information and basically the official product for the version number 5. So we're gonna keep track on that, and I'm just gonna keep you posted. I'm gonna post you guys about those information in the future. We have some questions here. Cuadra, ¿esas nubes son de ASCA? No, no son de ASCA, son de Rex. Yo ocupo todo Rex. Si ustedes se meten a Rex y buscan en los perfiles, en los temas, si buscan el tema así, como así, Carloncho, si buscan eso en Rex, ese perfil en Rex, me van a encontrar a mí y pueden seleccionar mis texturas. Así que si les gusta lo que están viendo, pueden ir a Rex y bajar esas texturas y tener básicamente lo mismo que tengo yo, lo que están viendo ustedes. Las nubes, la misma selección de nubes que yo tengo, la misma selección de terreno, etcétera, etcétera. Todo esto yo lo hice con Rex, no tengo ASCA yo, así que eso. Hay gente que ocupa ASCA obviamente porque a mí me gusta Rex, así que me quedé con Rex. Eso más o menos. Y Cicata, Marcelo, pregunta, ¿qué beneficio tendría instalar ORG Sudamérica si uno igual va a instalar el Global? Lo que pasa, Marcelo, es que cuando tú instalas Latinoamérica, hay el global generalmente como que te redefine un poco las costas, los ríos, qué sé yo. Pero es una pincelada más o menos rápida. Cuando ya descargas un poco el ORF Latinoamérica, se va un poco más en los detalles. Entonces, generalmente esos ríos que de repente no estaban muy bien definidos, quizás con el global, va a haber un nivel mayor de definición con el ORF Latinoamérica. Así que yo personalmente recomiendo tener el ORF Latinoamérica, sobre todo si quieres volar en el sur de Chile, por ejemplo, donde hay mucha volcanes, perdón, montañas, qué sé yo, que necesitan un nivel mayor de detalle. Bueno, ORF Latinoamérica te va a dar ese nivel de fidelidad en cuanto al terreno. Yo lo recomiendo, Marcelo. Capers Golf, do you have a 4K monitor? No, I don't. I have a 2K monitor. Right now, my resolution is 1440p. Okay, I'm not flying in HD, which is 1080p. 1080p. I'm using 1440p. Okay, so 4K will mean something higher than that, right? So yeah, so I'm using 2K for the meantime. Matanga, gracias. Okay, that's it. Okay, that's the questions, guys. Igual salgo desde Portland a San Francisco. Ah, sí, pues podía hacer eso, efectivamente. Ahora puedo volar, estoy libre. Perfecto, sale de Portland, entonces te queda mucho más cerca, sale a San Francisco y nos alcanzáis ahí, efectivamente, sí, eso puede hacer. Yeah, Capers Golf, talking about my computer, I have a Asus, almost 28 inches of wide. It's a 2K monitor, and it's a 1440p, and it has a 165 refresh rate of hertz, 165. So it's pretty good, not only for the simulator, but also to play some shooter games, like PUBG, for example. I'm a big fan of PUBG. I play a lot of PUBG. My computer is a i9 9900 KAS and at 5 gigahertz, and I have a 2080 Ti from GeForce, especially from Edga, for the Wing 3. I have it with a little bit of overclock. This memory, I just overclocked the memories in 400 hertz and the core in 150 hertz. So right now it's running at almost 2050 hertz the video card, and the memory is at almost 900 something, I think it is, something like that. Rex 4, sí, Rex 4, sí. Déjame verlo antes, después, igual te confirmo, pero sí, creo que es Rex 4. Ah, espérate, te lo veo al tiro. ¿Cómo te va? Rex 4 Texture Direct and Soft Cloud with Enhanced Edition. Ese tengo, cuadra. Te lo repito, es el Rex 4 Texture Direct with Soft Clouds Enhancement Edition. Eso, cuadrita. We're gonna put some music here, guys, right? Like, music is always good. And Oakland Center is online. It's gonna be 132.2. So we're gonna just put this one here, 132.2, because eventually we're gonna be in contact with them, right? ¿Dónde pillo tu perfil? Tenéis que entrar a una parte como dice comunidad, una cuestión así, community, y ahí tú podéis como poner el nombre de alguien y te aparece. Rex es independiente del ArcticSky, sí, sí, son independientes, Marcelo. ArcticSky básicamente es un motor de meteorología, lo que hace es recabar información de meteorología de servidores, obviamente de ellos, no sé dónde los sacarán, pero son bastante buenos. Mira, o sea, ¿te acuerdas que había dicho 72 nudos de viento de cruzado que había acá en este sector? Mira, ahí está, 70 nudos con menos 56 grados de temperatura. Mira lo que hay ahora, 70 nudos y el viento de allá, o sea, es exactamente igual al viento que uno debería tener en la vida real. O sea, no sé cómo funciona, pero es espectacular. Sí, Rex básicamente es un motor de meteorología que lo que hace es recabar la información meteorológica real y la traduce en el Flight Simulator y Rex lo que hace es cambiar las texturas que vienen por default en el P3D para cambiarla a unas texturas que sean un poco más amigables en cuanto a frame rate y en cuanto también a visual. Eso es básicamente la diferencia. Sí, pero ArcticSky no trae sus nubes propiamente entendido. No. ArcticSky lo único que hace es ponerte la metodología real. Ahora, si quieres texturas más bonitas, ahí es donde viene Rex, que es un producto distinto. El Rex es básicamente las texturas, o sea, como tú ves la nube. Speed, vertical speed, 1,500 feet per minute climb. I don't want to go too fast, especially during RVSM conditions and when you have a lot of traffic around. So that's why I'm reducing my vertical speed to 1,500 feet the last 2,000 feet before the level off. And 1,000 feet before level off, I'm just going to reduce my vertical speed to 1,000 feet. Actually, I'm just going to reduce it now because my speed decided to decay. Ok, perfecto. ¿Entendiste, Marcelo? Más o menos la diferencia. Una cosa es Rex y otra cosa es el ArcticSky. Puede ser muy confuso cuando alguien recién está entrando al mundo de P3D. Sorry guys, I was explaining in Spanish, but because they are asking me like the difference between ArcticSky and Rex, right? I'm using Rex right now, so if you like what you see, you can actually look into my profile. Is Carloncho. You can look at my profile in Rex, and actually you can find the same configuration that I'm using right now. If you like the texture of the runways or the clouds or whatever, or the sky. That is one thing, right? In ArcticSky, what it does is just they extract the weather from I don't know where, and basically they give you the actual weather condition that you may experience in real life in your flight simulator. That's it. That's ArcticSky. Rex is basically for textures. If you want to have some crispy and fluffy clouds and with more color or more definition, or like the sky, you want something bluer or more gray or whatever, well, Rex is the answer. Rex is just for how you look the flight simulator, and ArcticSky is just for the weather. Okay, so we have alt. We're gonna connect the VNav again, so we have speed, LNav, VNav path. We're gonna set this one in below, so we can start to see the traffic who is below us, which is always good, of course. And we are going to check our altimeters. We are on standard altimeter setting right now, and our cruise level is for level 370. So we have 37,000 feet here, 37,000 feet here, 37,000 feet here, and we write down those numbers, of course, and we cross-check every hour for the RVSM status of the airplane. And we're gonna do a short cruise briefing, right? Because we already talked about almost everything that we are gonna experience during the cruise. So in our in this flight, we're gonna be flying over the coast, right? So if we have a decompression, first action as every single day is gonna be protect ourselves, right, with the oxygen mask. We have oxygen, we establish crew communication, we check the cabin altitude and rate, which is these two indicators here. 5,900 feet right now, and we are climbing at 150 feet climbing. Okay, that's the cabin, it's not the airplane. The airplane is level off at 37,000 feet. Okay, if these two values are totally out of control, we are going to start an emergency descent. I'm going to say emergency descent, okay? So we're going to track to the right, which is the ocean, so we can descend up to 10,000 feet without any problem. We're going to move the altitude selector to 10,000 feet. We're going to select flight level change. When we open this window, it's going to move like this. It's going to show Mach, because we are flying at Mach right now. So we have to have the precaution to move from Mach to indicated airspeed, because we don't want to accelerate during the descent, okay? Once we have done that, we're going to close the thrust levers and we're going to set the speed brake into the up position. Okay, once we start the descent, what I'm going to do a second loop basically to refine those selections. Once I have done this, I'm going to go back again and I'm going to do basically the same thing again, like cross-checking my heading, cross-checking my altitude, cross-checking my speed, basically that I have missed anything, okay? The pilot who is not flying, he is gonna deploy the oxygen mask for the passengers. He's gonna set all the lights to on, so we can be we can actually advise to the traffic in terms of vision, right? We're gonna be more illuminated. He's gonna set the seatbelts to on, 7,700 feet on the squawk, and he's gonna declare the emergency in frequencies 122.8 and 121.5. Once we have done that, we're gonna join in the checklist, and that is the time when we start to communicate with the other crew, right? And we're gonna decide if it was explosive decompression or it was not an explosive decompression. If it was explosive decompression, that means that probably we have a rupture in our fuselage. So we're gonna keep the speed in indicated airspeed. We don't want to accelerate. In other hand, if it wasn't explosive decompression, it was maybe a system that it has failed, well, in that case, maybe we might consider to accelerate the airplane to the VMO MMO, which is the maximum operating speed, Mach number or vertical or indicator airspeed, right? Lo pillaste, Cuadra, espectacular, buenísimo, compadre. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and then we're gonna do the checklist, right? So the pilot who is not flying, he's gonna ask for the last QNH. He's gonna ask for the minimum safe altitude that we can descend. Well, we already know that we are on the coast, but anything 10,000 feet most probably. He's gonna receive some vectors most probably from the ATC during the emergency call, and he's gonna make callouts 2,000 feet before level off and 10,000 feet before the level off. Why 2,000 feet before level off? Because we start to transition from a high-speed profile descent into a level off profile, right? So we start to reduce the vertical speed, decreasing the speed, of course. So we start to smoothly reducing our speed, raising up the nose of the airplane to 10,000 feet to basically to regain the flight, to regain the level flight, right? At 10,000 feet, we remove the oxygen mask, we establish Q communication, and we set the situation with the passengers, with the airplane, and then we decide, of course, which one is going to be the best course of action. In the event of an engine failure, right now we are maintaining 37,000 feet, right? But that is with 4 engines. What happens if we lose 1 engine? Probably we're not going to be able to maintain this level. We have to descend. We have to start something that is called a drift down procedure, right? So in order to do that, we're going to go here to the VINA page. We're going to go here to engine out, and we're going to select this prompt. Right now we're maintaining 370. So if we need to descend, our maximum cruise level is going to be flight level 330, okay? Because we're flying that direction. So 330 is going to go here into the MCP altitude window. When select flight level 330, we're going to execute this. That means that the engine out modification for the FMS is going to be active. So that is what is going to happen. Those engines, there's 3 remaining engines. Let's think that this one is off, right? This one is not operating anymore, number 4. So number 1, 2, and 3, these engines, they're going to go from climb to maximum continuous thrust, and they're going to accelerate these engines. So they're going to change here to thrust mode, so because the engines are going to be accelerating, and the VNAV path is going to change to VNAV speed, because we're going to transition into the VNAV speed profile for our descent, okay? Once we have done that, then we can attack the memory items or normal checklist, because basically dealing with the situation of the engine failure. But the first thing to do when you are in cruise is actually start your drift down procedure and then take care of the failure of the engine itself, okay? This is not that critical when you are, of course, in V1, when you have low speed, you have high gross weight, and you don't have enough power, basically, right? Here is completely different scenario. You have high energy, you have high speed, you have high altitude, so you have everything in your favor. So don't rush. Plus, we are in a 4 engines airplane, right? So if you lose 1 engine, you still have 3. So it's not critical, right? So actually, I will consider, like, maybe not to say a mayday call. I will say a pan call, okay? But that is for another day. It's another discussion, okay? Let's talk about the alternatives that we have today. Of course, we are in the United States, so we have a plenty good quantity of alternatives around. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna consider actually Seattle that I have here in my back, and then maybe I can consider a few ones during the flight. Yeah, maybe we can have a few ones here. But actually, to be honest, I would think I would just go with Seattle and San Francisco, because as you can see here, actually our descent is gonna be in another 40 minutes, which is not pretty far, to be honest. So I think I would just go. I'm just gonna stick with the Seattle and San Francisco. because I was thinking that yeah, maybe we can use something like this or. But I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna go with these ones, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with San Francisco and that's it. Well, anyway, let me check my alternative for today. I just totally forgot. Iniciando el sim, saldré desde Portland. Hay que aprovechar el control San Francisco. Sí, hay que aprovechar. Está full control. Our alternative today, Kilo Sierra Mike Foxtrot. Okay, so we have Sacramento, and it's pretty good weather conditions as well. So we have Seattle and Sacramento. What else we can consider here? Well, we can consider Portland as well. Okay, so that's our alternative for today's flight, guys. Just gonna use Seattle. I have Portland here on my left side as well, which is I'm just gonna put this one over here, and then we continue all the way to Sacramento and San Francisco. I would say that that is the most important ones that I have here in my flight for today. Vamos a poner un poquito de música y después vamos a empezar a hablar del descenso, okay? I'm just gonna put some music, guys, and we're gonna start in a few minutes. We're gonna start with our descent preparation. There's nothing like a good Iron Maiden, right? Iron Maiden for okay, so let's see what actually we can start to spec over there. So we can actually see the 80s here. We have 80s information Lima 1656. Right now is 1719. So we have wind is gonna be calm. We have 10 miles of visibility. Sky clear. It's 15 degrees and the QNH is 3019. So we're just gonna set 3019. 3019 is already there. It says simultaneous charter visual flight procedures in use. Landing runway 28 left and 28 right. Departing runway 1 left and 1 right. Veer activity in the vicinity of the airport. Advise you have information Lima. ¿Qué pista tiene planificada, Carlos, para tener el FMC? Si control la cambio. Yo tengo puesto la 1.6 derecha, pero aquí lo que estoy viendo en el ATIS que puede ser la 1.6 izquierda o la 1.6 derecha. Así que programa una de esas dos. Yo puse 1.6 derecha por molestar, pero probablemente sea la 1.6 izquierda también. Puede ser una de las dos. Perdón, 2.8 izquierda y 2.8 derecha. Supongo que dije 1.6. 2.8 izquierda o 2.8 derecha. Estoy tentado por ir a un cafecito. Voy a ir a buscar un café y vuelvo al tiro, chiquillo, ¿ah? Voy por un café. I'm going for a coffee, guys. It's always good to have some coffee, right? Like, just to push you up, you know, like the moral, you know? I'll come back in a second, guys. Okay, estamos de vuelta. But now we have coffee, so we can think more clearly, I would say. Ah, I forgot something. I forgot a cookie. Come back. Come back in a second. Okay, I'm back with you again, guys. I was swallowing a pill, and the coffee was too hot, so I couldn't swallow it. So it was like, oh, I was struggling over there. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, we have this guy 2,000 feet below us. It's almost like 10 miles ahead of us. Who is it, by the way? Let me check. United 214. Okay. No more Coca-Colita. Mira, me tomé mi Pellegrino del día y me tomé mi Pepsi del día, que son las dos cosas que tomo, y ahora tengo que tomar solamente agua de aquí para adelante. Pero fui a comprar Coca-Colita, ya tenemos Coca-Colita lista ya. Pero eso va a ser para mañana, no, para pasado mañana, porque mañana no hacemos streaming. Pasado mañana vamos a salir de San Francisco hacia Ciudad de México. Vuelo muy entretenido, ¿eh? Así que lo espero. Okay, so we have Oakland Center, we have Los Angeles Center, 125.8 as well. Okay. Voy con el 747 de Qatar. Buenísimo. Qatar, esa es la línea aérea. Yo tengo acá mi 87, que es el avión que volaba en Qatar. Acá está. Ahora estoy volando G500 Gulfstream. Qué buena, Daniel, que hay con el 047. Buenísimo. De eso se trata esto de streaming. Se nota que la gente le guste, que huele el avión, que le... Esa es la idea. Me gusta cuando me dicen esas cosas. Okay, we're gonna hear one more song of Iron Maiden, of course, and then we're gonna start our cruise procedures. Aces Hide is the best song for like if you're flying, guys, right? I think Bruce Dickinson, his old grandfather, he was flying in the Second World War, and I think this song is dedicated to him. I think he was probably flew for the RAF, the Royal Air Force, for the British, of course. Most probably he flew Hurricane, I think. I don't know. He volado toda la semana con 047 y no pienso aburrirme. No, es que es espectacular. Es espectacular, espectacular. Sobre todo cuando sabía ocuparlo, Daniel. Si esa es la gracia. Si esa es la gracia del streaming. Que al final yo te estoy mostrando más o menos cómo poder ocupar el 747 para que lo pases bien. O sea, para disfrutarlo, para volarlo bien, qué sé yo. Espectacular. Esa es la idea. Okay, so we have this guy just no, it's 10 miles away. Algo así se ve el avión en el... chiquillos, les tengo... I will have to say this one in English because I need everybody to understand this. I'm gonna upload a video of me as a pilot not flying, and Harald, the guy who is streaming in the 320, as a pilot flying in the 787. I'm gonna make a video of a full flight simulator, the real flight simulator of the 787. That was like almost 5 years ago already. And I'm just gonna show you a video doing a visual approach on runway 15 left in Santiago in the simulator. Harald Hoover flying, me as a pilot not flying, because of course Harald, he flies 320, right? And I fly 787. So I'm gonna show that video. I'm gonna try to upload it between today and tomorrow. So if you follow me in my YouTube channel, guys, it's in my lower part here when I have my specifications, my bio and everything. Well, you hit that button, you're gonna go to my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna upload that video maybe tomorrow or today in the night. Okay, so tune, guys, be tuned, because it's an amazing video. 15 minutes more or less of video. We are doing a visual pattern and runway 16 left in Santiago. Okay, so you're gonna see that one, guys. Va a ser increíble en YouTube, amigo. Lo vamos a subir en YouTube. Harald no vuela 87, él vuela 320. Era un simulador para mí, así que le dijimos, oye, ¿queréis volar? Perfecto. Él tomó el lado izquierdo. Yo le copiloteo, obviamente, porque él quería volar nomás el avión, ¿no? Yo le copiloteo el 787 y salimos de Santiago, hicimos un viraje. Se ve todo. Van a ver el simulador real del 787. En Santiago, lo hicimos en las instalaciones del CAE, en Santiago, básicamente el simulador que ocupa hoy día la Chile, la TAM. Y así que viene un video bastante bueno, lo van a ver, se les va a encantar. 17 izquierda, sí, 17 izquierda. Despegamos 5000 pies, viramos por la izquierda, pasamos arriba de lo que era antiguamente Cerrillos. Pasamos arriba de Renca, descendemos 3000 pies y hacemos un viraje para intentar la pista 17 izquierda. Primera vez que Harald se sube a un 787. Así que ese video va a estar en mi canal de YouTube para que ustedes lo vean, chiquillos. Les va a encantar. Es un video espectacular. Ok. So now, excelente. Es espectacular. Les va a encantar el video. Okay, guys, so we're gonna start with our descent preparation procedure, right? And I have said this one many times, right? Um, dijiste 15. Ah, me equivoqué. Sorry. Pista 1, 7 izquierda. No sé por qué dije una 15. Me gustaría tener 15. No. No, pista 1, 7 izquierda en Santiago. Okay, guys. So we are going to start our descent preparation into San Francisco. Okay, we have runways in use 28 left and 28 right. In my FMC right now I have 28 right, but we will see. Everything is gonna depend, of course, of the ATC. Right now we have San Francisco Tower ground. Let me hear the 80s. We have information Foxtrot right now for the 80s, and we have visuals 28 right and ILS or aeronav runway 28 left. Okay, so I think it's gonna go. I'm gonna go with the ILS 28 left. Okay, ILS 28 left, and let me see this one. Runway 28 left, and I will go with 80 again. 80. Okay, something like that. I think it will be. Okay, that's it. So let's start with the 80s here. 80s of San Francisco is 118850.
Sky clear for 2000. Temperature 15. 2.6. Altimeter 3019er. Simultaneous quiet bridge visual runway 28 right and dial left or air and runway 28 left in use. Landing runway 28 left, 28 right. Departing runway 1 left, 1 right. North is 2 airmen. Bird ACTV and VCY of that. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot.
Okay, information Foxtrot. 28 left and 28 right, 28
San Francisco International Airport 8 of information Foxtrot. 1656 Zulu. Webcom. Visibility 10. Sky clear for 2000. Temperature 15. 2.6. Altimeter 3019.
Okay, so we have information Foxtrot, wind is calm, we have more than 10 kilometers, the sky clear. We have 15 degrees, dew point is 6, the QNH is 3019. We're gonna spec ILS 28 left, most probably, and 28 right as well, but that one's gonna be visual approach. We're gonna go for the ILS.
Lufthansa Cargo 8316,
departure 18 right and 18 left, and we have birds on the vicinity of the airport. Okay, so
Sun Country 129, contact Oakland Center 127.905.
127.905 for Sun Country 129, bye-bye.
Okay, so that's gonna be, so we have 28 left, we have from 80.
United 1881 Oakland Center.
So that's it.
Go ahead for United 1881.
Let's see
United 1881, contact Oakland Center 133.7.
Sorry, our landing weight is gonna be 14 tons for the arrival.
For United 1881, see you.
14 tons of the arrival, plus the zero fuel weight, which is 309. That gives me 323.0, right? So right now our gross weight is 327, but it's going to be 323 eventually. So we go here to the approach reference page, and we're going to say 323.
Frontier Flight
Which is going to be my
2078,
landing weight,
contact Los
and I
Angeles
strike
Center
the 30,
125.8.
156, and we hit that one here. So now we have information of flap 30, 156, okay? So
Standing United 1881 with
what I'm going to do, I'm just going to calculate my landing distance, right? So I'm going to go with here with show landing. I go to show and route, so I can have landing actual landing distance. So I'm going to go with runway 28 left. Condition right.
Which one should we?
Wind. Show keyboard. I'm just going to go with flap with no wind.
Delta 711, contact NorCal approach 133.905. He'll take care of you.
Say again.
Contact NorCal approach 133.905 for Delta 711.
133.905 for Delta 711.
Okay, so outside temperature is
Oakland Center, very good
15.
morning to you. United 214, we're flight level 350 inbound.
Yeah, 214 Oakland Center, squawk
Reverse, I'm gonna
3353.
go with no credit. Flaps, I'm gonna go with flaps
Okay,
steady.
we'll
Air conditioning on, engine
3353,
and
United
de-ice with this
214.
temperature is gonna be
American
off.
206,
Brakes,
same
I'm gonna
number.
go with brakes 3. Normal configuration, none.
That's
And
81.
the landing distance is 323.
American
303.
217, same Mach number.
Hi keyboard, I'm gonna calculate those numbers, okay? Se cortó la luz y volvió al tiro. Aproveché de instalar tu Rex. Dale, cuadra.
American
Qué
217,
lata,
payload number.
compadre. ¿Cómo no puede ser esa cuestión? Okay, so this runway, if you help me here, you'll see that runway 28 left is a runway of 3,469 meters, which is more or less that we have here. Landing distance required, we have 2,749 meters, so it's pretty much okay. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to go runway 28 left with flaps in 30, which is already selected here in
Southwest
my
477, contact Oakland Center
primary flight display, as you
133.7.
can see here. I'm
Roger
going to
that,
go with
133.7.
out brakes in 3, and I want to go with idle reverse, okay? So that's is for our landing. Let's go with the descent preparation and briefing, guys. Okay, so we are gonna do the Bodega 3 arrival in San
Yeah,
Francisco,
214, contact Oakland.
which
Correction, yeah,
is
214 radar contact
which is
13
the
miles
chart
south of the
10-2 Alpha,
420.
effective from the 13th of September 2018. Minimum safe altitude here is basically over runway 180 left
Oakland Center,
at
Southwest
5,100 feet.
comment
Okay,
for flight level
so what it says
390.
here, we have some airport
Southwest
elevation is going to be
477
at sea level, of course, and the transition level is going to be flight level 180. So let me check that one right now. 180 is already there. We have the winds. Radar is required. RNAV 1. We have RMP 2 for the meantime, but the actual navigation performance is 0.06, so we are complying already with that. DME, IRU, or GPS required. Right now we have GPS, so we don't have any problem. And we have the routing, guys. So we are coming from this position, from position Malbec, flight level 290 or above. Then we're going to continue on the same track, 153 on the track, almost 20 miles to position Joan, which is going to be 280.
Southwest
and we're gonna cross
2132,
between
contact
flight level
Los Angeles Center
280 and flight level
125.8.
240. Then we continue on the same track for 20 miles to position Bongaloo, 280, and between flight level 230 and flight level
Southwest 2132,
190.
contact Los
Then
Angeles
the
Center
same track for
125.8.
almost 20 miles to position Losit at 280 and below 16,000 feet, which is, that's why we have below over there, okay? Then we go to the next track, and we have 126 for 6 miles to position Bodega, below 13,000 feet. Then we go to Cork. Everything is about 1 here. I started to feel like... Okay, Cork is 11,000 feet at 250, which is already there. Then we have brakes at 11,000 feet. That's sharp. That's why we have these two brackets in between.
be fine at 781.
Underline and above the line. And then we continue on track
Cargo
140
8316, contact Markel approach
for
133.905.
vectors.
Markel 133.905, thank you, good day, Lufthansa
Okay,
Cargo 8316.
then we're going to transition for the ILS
American
28
08,
left
pilot
with the chart
discretion, descend and maintain, flight level
11-2,
240.
28th of December 2018.
Pilot
Minimum
discretion,
safe altitude,
descend
we have
and maintain
a
level
couple of
240,
sectors here,
American 380.
but the most important is that here this one at the northwest 5,000 feet, okay? ILS frequency is India Sierra Fox Oscar with 109.55, final approach course is 284. Glide slope is going to cross at position Dujet at 1,800 feet. We have that one? Yeah, Dujet at 1,800 feet. ILS, we have 213 conditional. Let's see that one. So we have 213 conditional. We have number 1. Misapproach requires a minimum climb gradient of 330 feet per nautical mile up to 1,200 feet. We can comply with that? Of course we can comply with that. So there's no problem actually for us to maintain this decision altitude. Okay, so what we're going to do,
do you want a higher altitude than that, or are you going to stay at 13,000?
I'm going to put 220 because I cannot put 213.
Sorry,
So
it broke
220
up.
is going to
Stay
be because I have 213 here. Okay.
Yeah, 223, contact Markel approach 133.905.
So let's check out the routing, guys. Basically, we're gonna fly to position 80 eventually. And
United
from
223,
80,
contact Markel approach 133.905.
we are gonna continue on track 330 for almost 5 miles to position CFD, which is here at 4,000 feet, which is the initial approach fix. Then we continue on the same track for 5 miles to position
2132, sorry. You're good.
Heman, okay, which is this one, at 3,100 feet. Then we track on the final approach course, which is 284, to position Duyet at 1,800 feet. Here we have our final approach fix, and we start with the 2.85 descent path, which is 281 here, to runway 18 left. Okay, so we are gonna track on 2.85 on descent angle, and we're gonna be more or less at 160 knots. So we're gonna be here more or less. We're gonna be descending at 800 feet per minute down. Okay, this approach has main approach runway, Mulst and Papi on the left side. Okay, so that's pretty much. And in the event of this approach, it says climb to 4,000 feet, which is already there. Outbound San Francisco VOR radial 275.
Sun Country 129.
Sun Country 129, no
Position
concern.
Olimmi.
Sun Country 129.
Interception 50 miles to San Francisco,
Sun
and
Country
hold,
129, go for
continue
lemon on
climbing
your back.
in the hole to 4,000 feet.
Oh, we'll
Okay?
go 129.
So here it says we fly to position Olim, and Olim
Southwest
is
477,
inbound
Oakland Center.
275,
South 477, go for it.
inbound 275.
were you
left
trying to
turns,
reach us?
and this one is
I was not.
1 minute left.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
I didn't know if you were
As for the
transmitting. That's all.
taxi route,
Sorry about that.
We
you're good.
are going to be landing on runway 28 left, which is a runway of 3,469 meters. And we're going to taxi somewhere over here, guys. We're going to use this Westfield cargo building right over here in this area. How are we going to get there? Well, that's a good question. So I'm going to show you how. We have runway 28 left, and eventually I think I'm gonna leave the runway if I'm lucky here on taxiway Tango, but I don't think so. Maybe I'm gonna take on Kilo or no, sorry, Quebec, and then I'm gonna take Bravo
FedEx
all the
511,
way,
do you have the
and
Ironman 2
maybe
arrival
I
on
can
board?
take Bravo all the way here,
No,
and eventually to go here, and I will try to park
Sorry, FedEx 511,
in this
your
position,
microphone's prayed about 355,
in,
verify you do not have the Ironman
which
2,
is
you have to stay on the base one.
95 Alpha, I think it is, or
We
maybe
do
I
not
can
have the
also
Ironman 2 and we have to
take
stay on the base one.
96.
FedEx 511.
We'll see, something like that. Anyway, this airport has a taxi route just specifically for the 747-8. So as you can see here, I can use this taxiway, but not Bravo. I can use Alpha. But from here, actually, I saw in Google Earth there is some 747s operating over here. So I think
there are
it
special
might
air
have
mission
any.
for
I don't have any
just
issues to go
reaching
inside this,
Quantum 190
cargo
inbound
area.
Intel.
Eventually, I can go here to the
551
red
Oakland
one,
Center,
which is
squawk
what it
3226
says
and stay altitude.
toe in and toe out. So I can just go here and then eventually toe in. I can go inside this one. I will see. We'll see.
Roger.
Maybe I can go to the right side. Depends on everybody, like what everybody's doing. Like if my friends are here, maybe I will go here without tow, of course, because we cannot simulate the tow in.
Special air mission 45.
We will see, guys. We will see. Okay. So that's it for our briefing. Terrain, well, at the north 5,000 feet. Weather consideration for the meantime, basically nothing. It's good weather conditions. Fuel considerations, minimum fuel, we have 14 tons here. And the minimum fuel is 10.2, so we have like 3.8 tons of fuel
miles west
in
of the
expert.
Fort here.
So it's not gonna be an issue. And that's pretty much it, guys. Welcome, Auckland Center. Good morning, cargo log 705 heavy, maintaining for level 370.
Sorry, I stepped on the aircraft again.
Yeah, this is cargo log 705, flight level 370. Good day.
Cargo 705 Oakland Center, squawk 3370.
3370 on the squawk, cargo log 705. And that's it. So we're gonna do a recall check and we can call the descent checklist. So we have recall is checked, notes are checked, auto brake is 3, landing
United 781, what's your Mach number going to be in the
156
transition?
and battle 220. Approach briefing is complete, descent checklist is completed. So we are gonna do something here. I'm just gonna put Mach decimal
United 1881, contact
839
Oakland Center
and
127.905.
80.
127.905, United 1881.
Woof.
United 781 Oakland Center.
Center, United 1881, with your flight level 330.
United 1881 Oakland Center, roger. Cargo X 705, radar contact 36 miles southwest of the Reading VOR. For traffic, actually 705.
For traffic.
Special mission 45, what's your Mach number going to be in the transition?
185, leveling 190.
Block.
Sorry, you got steps on there. Is there a message for Special Air Mission 45 Heavy?
Special Air Mission 45, what's your transition going to, Christian, what's your Mach number going to be in the transition?
We're looking at cruising Mach decimal 825 for Special Air Mission 45 Heavy.
Special Mission 45 Heavy, roger. In the transition, maintain Mach 0.80.
0.80, Special Air Mission 45 Heavy.
United 1941, Oakland Center, climb maintain for level 350.
Climb maintain level 350 again, 1941.
Oakland Center, good afternoon, United 90 out of file 162 for 190.
United 90, Oakland Center, climb maintain for level 390.
Oakland Center, FedEx problem, heavy receive. We'd like to proceed direct to Burgle because we do not have eBay in our database.
Okay, IFF direct Burgle.
Yeah, 90 up to 439.
Yeah, 214 for traffic, turn right heading 260.
So
Yeah, 214 for traffic, turn right heading 260.
Traffic right heading 260 to 214.
this guy.
Yeah, 781, what's your Mach number going to be in the transition?
This guy is just below me. I think he's just gonna move this guy a little bit to the right so I can go first because I'm faster than him. So eventually he will make the separation between me and this guy.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. It's Mach 0.79 in the transition for United 789.
Yeah, it's 781, maintain Mach 0.8 in the transition, please.
Alright, I'll give Mach 0.8, United 781.
Excellent, good morning again, United 2433 through 16.5 for 19.
Yeah, 2433, Oakland Center, climb maintain for level 310.
310, United 2433.
Southwest 457, connect Oakland, connect Los Angeles Center 125.8.
So now you can see that guy's tracking to the right
125.8,
because they give him clearance to turn right heading 260. So that's why this guy is moving.
Southwest 262, Oakland Center up. Southwest 262, Oakland Center, ahead of here. Sun Country 129,
So
are you
I'm
back?
just gonna go here with data here so I can actually have my first restriction, which is flight level 290 or above.
Sounds like you are.
position
Sun Country
Malbec.
129, connect Los Angeles Center 125.8.
Oakland, Southwest 262, leaving 227 for 290, direct intel.
Southwest 262, Oakland Center, climb maintain for level 330.
Climb maintain 360, Southwest 262.
Bueno, se me salvó el FCB así. Ya estoy casi.
American 217,
¿Cómo, pero
descend
qué
to
te
maintain
pasó?
for level
Cuéntame, no
240.
caché. Te cortó la luz, pero ¿cómo te volvió todo? No, bueno, me salvó el FCPC.
American 088, connect Oakland Center
¿Qué te grabó el juego? O sea, el estado.
American 088.
Special Air Mission 45, reduced to Mach 0.78.
Reducing Mach 0.78, Special Air Mission 45.
So reset MCP altitude,
And
clear
Oakland,
message.
American 088, descending level 240.
American 088, Oakland Center, descend via the Bodega 3 arrival, San Francisco, altimeter 3019er.
Descend via the Bodega 3 arrival and 3019 on the altimeter, American 088.
And Oakland Cargo Look 705, request descent.
Cargo looks 705, descend the pulse discretion, maintain for level 240.
240, as published Cargo Look 705.
Yeah, 214, clear deck to Molbeck, thanks for the help.
240. Fue un
And
corte
clear
flash.
to
Oh, qué
Molbeck,
baja.
yeah,
El
214
FCB me graba la última
American
posición cada 20
206,
minutos.
descend pulse
Ah,
discretion,
buenísimo, no
maintain
tenía
for level
idea. ¿Cómo
240.
hacía eso? No tenía idea.
Discretion 240, American 206.
No tenía idea que podía salvar la información. Bueno, desde ya, obviamente,
X51, verify your direct
thank you very much, guys, for the new followers that we have today. During these couple of days that I was outside of Sweden, actually, I had FCandia,
Tax 51, you don't have direct vertical?
big cheers for you guys.
No, we have direct
Thank you very
but
much for
we'd
following
like to go away
me.
from it.
Fruz as well is
Okay,
following
Tax
me
51,
as a new guy.
I think I'm going to need you to go direct vertical, please.
Andy Mike 93 as well.
Right,
Thank you
so
very
we'll
much for
continue to
following
go
me. I
to Tax
appreciate your
51.
support.
Thank you.
And the other one is RapMax79. So yeah. So thank you very much
Southwest
for the
457, no
following.
contact yet. American 217, connect Oakland Center 125.85.
Excuse me, can you repeat please, American 217?
American 217, contact Oakland Center 125.85.
Me pasó lo mismo cuando se corta la luz por medio segundo. Se corta solo para apagarnos el PC. Qué lata, Daniel. Qué lata, qué lata. Es como lo suficiente para cortarte el internet. Pero bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer?
Oakland Center, Southwest 457 with you.
Okay, so 240, we started descent. We left flight level 370 now.
South 457, Oakland Center, climb maintain level 330. That's going to be your final.
Flight level 330, okay, Southwest 457.
Oakland Center, Southern Air 207, passing flight level 330.
Southern Air 207, Oakland Center, squawk 3240.
So, first position is gonna be Malbec to cross at level 290 or above. So we have 290 or above there. Actually, I'm gonna reduce my
3240,
range
3240,
so I can
please.
visualize the waypoint that I have my restriction in front of me. El escenario de Taxi to Gate es espectacular, así que esperen lo que van a ver ahora es un tremendo escenario de San Francisco.
Good afternoon, this is American 217, descending to flight level 240.
American 217, Oakland Center, descend by the Bodega 3, arrival San Francisco, altimeter 3019er. American 206, contact Oakland Center 125.85.
125.85, American 206.
American 217, descend by the Bodega 3, arrival.
Oakland Center, Delta 1025, level 190, requesting higher.
Who now?
Delta 725, hello.
Hi, Delta 725, Oakland Center, climb maintain level 350.
Up to 350, Delta 725.
Delta Central, American 206, descending 270, 240.
American 206, Oakland Center, descend by the Bodega 3, arrival San Francisco, altimeter 301er.
He's the same guy.
Arrival San Francisco, altimeter 301er, American 206.
He's exactly the same
Special
guy.
mission 45, right contact plus.
It's the same frequency.
Stack 511, let's do this. Turn right heading 190 and enable direct vertical.
But it's the same guy.
Which
is pretty good because it gives you the feeling of having more frequencies like the normal progression of the flight, of course, yeah. So now we transfer into from Mach to indicator airspeed. So our speed and transition for today's flight is going to be 280. So 280 is actually what the airplane is going to maintain from now on. Okay, up to which altitude? Of course, 10,000 feet, which is going to transition to 240 knots. And we have a little bit of turbulence here.
Yeah, 1881, contact Christian, contact Los Angeles Center 125.8.
125.8, United 1881, see you.
Oakland Center, Southwest 457 radio.
South 467, you're loud and clear.
So you're just gonna then after 290, which is almost there, we can track to
American 206 requesting lower.
American 206,
position
descend
Joe
via the Bodega 3 arrival.
and below flight level 280 and
Sorry,
above
arrival,
flight level
American
240.
Cargo 705, contact Oakland Center 125, Christian 125.85.
12585, cargo look 705, see ya.
Yeah, 214, Palm discretion, descend to maintain flight level 2.
Maintain 240, United 214.
Hello, cargo look 705, passing flight level 290, descending to 240 on the Bodega 3 arrival, information Foxtrot.
Cargo 705, Oakland Center, descend via the Bodega 3 arrival, San Francisco, altimeter 3019er.
Bodega 3 arrival, KNH 3019, cargo look 705.
American 088, expect visual approach runway 28
Okay,
left
so that means that we are clear via the
American
Bodega 3 arrival, so we can descend up to 11,000 feet, which is the minimum restriction of altitude that we have right over here. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to set 11,000 feet, and basically, as long as we maintain a VNAV path, everything we are, all the restrictions that we have in route, 250, position core 11,000, Bodega 13,000 feet or below, oh well, basically everything that we have in front of us, VNAV is going to take care of us. The only thing that we need to do as a pilot right now is basically to monitor that all the restrictions that we have in front of us, the airplane is going to be able to comply with.
Who was wanting to go AFK?
Southwest 262, about 5 minutes for cruising altitude.
South 262, go for it, let me know when you're back.
Hey, fam.
Center, how you doing? Alaska 2230. Checking in. We're climbing via the SID just off the one left. How you doing, Jackson?
Alaska 2230, Oakland Center. I'm doing just dandy. Radar contact, maintain 10,000.
And maintain 10,000, Alaska 23.
So now we are below flight level 280 and we have to cross this point above flight level 240.
American 217, San Francisco, altimeter 3019er, expect visual approach runway 28 left.
115.95,
That's not what they said. American 217, to expect visual approach runway 28 left. American 206, start reducing your speed to 250.
250, American 206.
Alaska 088, after bricks, descend to maintain 6,000.
Okay, so we are almost 4 miles away from position zone, 240 or above. The airplane is going to comply, and then the next restriction is Bungalow
088, after bricks, descend to maintain 6,000.
between 230 knots and flight level 190. La raja tu perfil de Rex, ¿te gustó, Cuadra? Puse todo mi...
Cargo 705, descend via the Bodega 3 arrival.
Bodega 3 arrival, cargo 705.
Oakland Center, American 21 with you, climbing 2,300.
So the airplane now is accelerating a little bit because actually it's too short to cross
American
level
21 Oakland Center, radar contact, maintain 10,000
now
for
it
now,
already
and
passed
reset
Joe, so now it's behind. So now actually we'll start to reduce the power a little bit in order, you see, idle, VNAV speed,
10,03266.
and now it's going to reduce the power to the next point, which is Bungalow between flight level 190 and flight level 230.
CI 781, resume normal speed.
Qué bueno, Guara, que te haya gustado el perfil de Rex, compadre. Hold. We have almost 200 frames per second when I look the airplane from outside, but from inside I have 60, 69, 70, yeah, more or less like
Alaska
that.
2230, climb maintain full 350.
350, Alaska 2230.
So the next restriction for level 230 or below, which is already there, because we are maintaining for level 226. So now my restriction basically is to focus and not to pass below for level 190 in the next position. We are 500 feet above the profile, which is pretty good. It's still quite decent. Maybe here we have to intervene a little bit, but we will see. I'm just gonna keep with that to be a little bit higher than profile. 490 now, so it's still okay. It's nothing to be panicking because of this. It's like
American 21, call maintain, level 370.
370, American 21.
so bungalow.
Yeah, 214, contact Oakland Center 125.85.
125.85, United 214.
American 206, San Francisco, altimeter 3019, expect visual approach, runway 28 left.
Say again, please, American 206.
American 206, expect visual approach, runway 28 left.
Expect visual 28 left, and American 206.
Hello, United 214, Bodega 3, passing flight level 300.
Yeah, 214 Oakland Center, descend via the Bodega 3, arrival San Francisco, altimeter 3019, that's more than 1 hour old.
Okay, 3019 with punch assault, and we'll continue Bodega 3, United 214.
Oakland Center, Southwest 457. South 457.
Okay, so we are going to 11,000 feet, which is basically altitude, right? So we are almost 1,000 feet above the altitude transition. So I'm just going to put the unit, which is 3019 right now. 3019, set and cross check, and we are passing 19,011 feet.
Frequency change approved.
So approach briefing, altimeters. We have 3019 set and cross check.
781 contact Oakland Center 127.905.
127.905, United 781.
Southwest 262, contact Oakland Center 127.905.
Center, good afternoon. Giant 2980 with you, climbing flight level 240 for 320.
Giant 2980, Oakland Center, hello.
Oakland United 781, flight level 330.
Yeah, 781, Oakland Center, roger.
Okay,
American
so
descend to maintain 4,000.
lost it at 16,000 feet or below. And we're still 500 feet above the profile, which is pretty okay. I don't mind too much. In this moment, we have to maintain 280 during the whole approach, right? During the whole start. So for me, in order to regain that altitude,
Oakland Center, yep.
It's not a possibility to take this and start to accelerate, right? Because I cannot do that. I have to maintain 280. So the only choice that I have right now as a pilot is just to put some drag. And how I do the drag? Well, I can use the spoilers, of course, the speed brake. In this airplane, I still have some margin because
207,
the maximum speed to lower to flap 1 is 285. So right now I'm maintaining 280. So actually, eventually, I can even put flap 1.
217, Oakland
but
Center.
with the precaution, of course, that I'm going to have just 5 knots of difference between the maximum speed for flaps 1 and the restriction of 280 knots. So lost it, we are going to pass below 16,000 feet, so that's okay. And then we go to Bodega, 13,000
what's your
feet or
Mach
below.
number going to be in the transition?
I'll look that up and tell you. Give me a sec, Alaska time 2, sorry.
Thanks, Alaska 0, crush American 088, turn left heading 350.
Left heading 350, American 088.
Oakland Center, 1021 with you on a 6-4 at 2400.
Oakland, hello again. Air Chicago 123, back at the game.
Back in the game.
Okay, stand by.
Me cago que es malo el internet de
Yeah,
Lampa,
1021
Dios.
Oakland Center, radar
No
contact
pude conectarme gracias al internet del celular. Pucha, qué lástima, Daniel.
The system didn't like it, reset transponder, squawk 3277.
Qué lástima, Daniel, qué lástima. No importa, bueno, acompáñanos aquí en el stream,
Yeah,
es lo
American
mismo al final, un
206, reduce speed to
poco dentro de todo.
210, and after bricks, descend to
Pero
maintain
qué
6000.
lástima. ¿Y qué tenéis BTR?
210 and descend 6,000, American 206, confirm.
Yeah, firm. American 088, San Francisco Airport is 10 o'clock and 15 miles. You have in sight?
Yes, we have it inside American 088.
American 088, clear visual approach, runway 28 left.
Clear visual 28 left, American 088.
United 2433, contact Oakland Center 127.905.
So we have 13,000 feet below
127.905,
here in
United
position
2433.
Bodega. So what we're going to do here is going to go with
That's
flight level
22,
change.
we're unsure. We can't find that at the moment. We're
go with 280.
a little lost on the.
Okay, Alaska 2230, just when you transition, let me know what number that is.
Alright, no problem. Alaska 2230.
American 21, what's your transition, or what's your Mach number going to be in the transition? United 781, connect Los Angeles Center 125.8.
25 United 781.
Fuel override to forward, okay, I'm going to shut that one off.
And 2433, Oakland Center level.
Okay, so 13,000 feet or below in position Bodega. Now we go to course 250 and 11,000 feet.
Airbridge cargo 123, Oakland Center ident.
Hello again, we have a shortcut of flight and we missed the squawk code, please.
Airbridge 123, squawk 3306.
So I'm just going to put the speed brake. And I'm just going to put 250.
Center, special mission 45 heavy. Sorry, we're back with the RN network. Dropped out for a bit there.
Special mission 45, Oakland Center, you're good.
As
Reset
you can see
transponder
here
squawk
is 250
3212.
and 11,000 feet sharp, so I need to start to do something about it, right? Tengo Entel, el único que llega al sector de ellos.
Delta 729, contact Los Angeles Center 125.8.
125.8 Delta 725, clear KSEA.
See ya. Sign 207, third time, descend to maintain level 240. American 217, turn left heading 050.
050, American 270.
United 1021, climb maintain level 350.
Going to 350, United 1021.
Special mission 45, air contact
Okay,
40
so
miles south,
course
Coaldale,
11,000 feet, 250, we're already there, and brakes 11,000 feet as well. So just gonna remove the speed brake so we have a speed out.
For American 088, you want us to follow the quiet bridge, or we can just intercept final now?
Just intercept the final approach course.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, can you
Okay,
repeat that
so I'm
message
just gonna
for,
go with the
special
lights
mission
on.
45?
Your radar contact 40 miles south of the Coaldale View for special mission 45.
Seatbelt on.
Rockin' over special mission 45. Heavy, thanks.
Thanks, American 217, turn left heading 360, and descend to maintain 4,000.
4000, American 217.
And American
I'm gonna hit
217, turn left
approach
heading
here.
350.
And I have the ILS already 109.55, 284.
Cargo X 705, expect visual approach, runway 28 left.
Visual 28 left, cargo looks 705. Okay, so we're gonna go
American
with the
088,
visual approach, runway 28 left.
05, American 088 back.
See ya. Special mission 45, contact LA Center 125.8, see ya.
Oh, it's 125.8, special mission 45. See ya.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are already almost
And
above
send
San
us Southwest
Francisco.
262, way back. So 262, contact Oakland Center 127.905.
127.95, Southwest 262, good day.
You have the airport right over there.
Average cargo 123, radar contact 42 miles southwest of the red cursion of the Red Bluff VOR. Pilot's discretion is to maintain level 240.
Fuel override 3 forward. I'm just gonna cut that one off as well.
American 217, traffic to follow 11 o'clock and 5 miles southwest, correction northwest
So
bound.
brakes
It's a
140.
A319 2600.
And what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna put heading select, and I'm just gonna
Southwest 262 with you, follow
extend
330.
my center of the approach
American
from Hammond.
217, San Francisco Airport, 10 o'clock, 15 miles, you haven't say.
So the final approach course is 284.
1207.5,
And
American.
execute.
No, American 217, do you have the airport in sight?
Medio escenario, tengo el de Flybeam, el mismo, exactamente el mismo.
American 217, clear visual approach, runway 28 left.
So there we have one traffic, which is the 319. I think it's Harald, that one.
American 206, turn left heading 360, descend to maintain 4,000.
Left hand 360 and 4000, American 206.
Southwest 457, contact Oakland Center 127.905. American 206, turn left heading 36.
I'm gonna...
Left heading 360.
Cargo 705, just to maintain 6,000.
Send maintain 6,000, cargo Luke 705.
American
6,000
206,
for cargo
descend
Luke
maintain
705. So we have
Descend maintain
thrust, file level
4,000,
change
American
speed.
206.
Tiene hasta el golden, lo vi por ahí. Sí, tiene todo, absolutamente todo. El golden gate, todo. Thrust, file level change
Southwest
speed.
457, Oakland Center, hello.
Where we are descending below 10,000 feet already, so all the lights are on, the seat belts is
No,
already
Southwest
on.
457, contact Oakland Center 127.905.
And because I don't want to move so far away, I'm just gonna reduce actually to
American
240.
206, 4 down to 4,000.
Hold.
What is anything 4,000, American 206.
Thank you. Cargo 705, down to 6,000.
We are down to 6,000, cargo Luke 705.
Thank you. United 214, expect visual approach runway 28 left.
Expect visual 28 left, United 214.
Southern 207, descend via the Bodega 3 arrival.
So
Southwest 262, contact LA Center 125.8, yeah.
I don't really know where the other traffic is, so I cannot actually plan how many track miles is gonna be our descent here.
Southwest 262, contact LA Center 125.8. What? No. American 217, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5.
Harold on short final, sí, así vi también. Así vi, pasó Harald, va primero.
Oakland Center, Southwest 457 with you. So
Ahí va el otro.
Calling Oakland Center with who?
Southwest 457.
South 457, Oakland Center, hello.
I'm gonna go with minimum clean speed.
American 21, say Mach number. American 21, Oakland Center.
American 21, go ahead.
American 21, say Mach number.
0.82, sir.
American 21, reduce to Mach 0.77 for the sequence.
Down to 0.77 for the sequence, American 121.
American 206, San Francisco, report 10 o'clock, 15 miles, report in sight.
Have the field design, American 206.
American 206, clear visual approach runway 28 left.
Clear visual 28 left, American 206.
So we have...
Cargo 705, turn left heading 360, descend to maintain 4,000.
Left heading 360, descend to maintain 4,000, cargo Luke 705. Okay, left heading 360 and descend to maintain 4,000 feet, so we're gonna set 4,000 feet as well here. And we have India Sierra Foxtrot is identified on track 283. We have 284, which is pretty much okay.
762, I'm frequency 127.95. I'm not sure which one that is, to be honest.
Cool, Southwest 262, contact LA Center 125.8.
125.8, Southwest 262.
Center, American 21.
American 21, go ahead.
So are you seeing any traffic in my area? And the
So I'm gonna go with vertical speed minus 1,000 feet, because there's no need actually. I'm very low actually, you can see here.
Yeah, I see him.
3,900 feet. Actually, I'm gonna
Right,
go
Alaska
with
2230, maintain Mach 0.8 or greater for
minus
the sequence
700
LA.
feet per minute down.
Alright, 0.8 or greater, no problem, Alaska 200.
This was very wide and long vectors, to be honest.
Oakland Center,
So
United
we have this
1021.
traffic at 10 miles more or less away.
About 5 mics.
Yeah, 1021, go for a limit on your back.
Roger, will do. United 1021.
So I was just gonna go with flaps
Yeah,
1.
2433,
flaps
contact
1,
LA Center 125.8 feet.
and we go with flap 1 speed.
Yeah, 2433, contact LA Center 125.8 feet. American 206, San Tower 120.5 feet.
Tower 120.5, bye-bye.
Yeah, 2433, Oakland Center, contact LA Center 125.8.
1258, 2433, good morning.
See it.
And Oakland Center, Southwest 457 with a power up when you...
Southwest 457, go for it.
Alright, we were over Kebab 1818 Zulu, flight level 330, type Boeing 737-8.
So the glide slope is right over there. We're almost intercepting that one.
Dew point -1.
I will go with. I'm just gonna maintain this one. I'm just gonna reduce a little bit to my
no turbulence and heavy.
800 feet.
Yeah, that's Christian South 457. Thank you very much.
And I'm gonna go with the flap 5. Speed check flap 5. And I will go with flap 5 speed.
Cargo look 705 San Francisco Airport, tell Christian 10 o'clock, 15 miles you have in sight.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, cargo look 705, clear visual approach, runway 28 left.
Clear for the visual, 28 left, cargo look 705. Okay, so clear for the approach.
Yeah, Christian
so
214, turn left heading
go to the left, 330.
Christian 050 for United 214 and descend maintain 6000.
Actually, I'm gonna
okay,
go
down to
320.
and left 050, United 214.
And we're gonna go arm the approach, so we have localizer and glide slope arm. So we have glide slope is alive, localizer is not alive yet, but I'm descending to 4,000 with our radar vectors, 1,000 to go. So we are safe basically to continue descending to 4,000. And anyway, we are in VMC conditions, but just to let you know what will happen, like if we were in like IMC conditions, we cannot see anything outside. How we assess the situation in terms of vectors for the ATC. You cannot rely all the time on the ATC. Okay, fuel this one off as well. So we have localizer alive, localizer is armed, glide slope is alive as well. So I just
American 21 for traffic, turn 20 degrees to the left.
20 degrees left for American 21.
So we have localizer capture.
Center, confirm that traffic is at flight level 350.
Yeah, but I need you in trail to LA. Cargo look 705, contact San Francisco Tower 120.5, we'll see you.
120.5, cargo look 705,
yeah.
120.5.
Flight aware or something like that.
Alright, thank you, we'll do.
Okay, who's asking for clearance to LA?
That's Delta 123.
Okay, Delta 123. You can expect a full route amendment to your clearance in a PTC. Stand by.
Alt. San Francisco Tower, good morning. Cargo look 705, heavy on the visual, 28 left.
Yeah, 358, contact North Correction, contact Oakland Center 132.2.
132.2, United 358, thank you.
Miss approach altitude is going to be 4,000.
Heavy San Francisco Tower, traffic down to 2.5 miles on our runway 2 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 28 left, cargo look 705. Okay, so we continue approaching, we're clear to land. We have one traffic here in front of us, almost 8 miles away. So we have sufficient space with that airplane. So I'm just gonna continue with my decelerate approach with flap 5. Tremenda ciudad, es increíble esta ciudad, realmente increíble. So 10 miles, I'm just gonna go with flaps 20. Speed check flaps 20.
San Francisco ground, you need Delta.
So I can go to flaps 20 speed. Yeah. Right altimeter alive as well. I'm gonna go with the landing gear down. I'm gonna up the speed brake and
ground
I'm gonna open the checklist.
With Golf
Delta 351 San Francisco Tower, runway 1 left taxi Alpha, Mike 1.
1 left via Alpha, Mike 1. San Francisco ground, Delta 352.
American 206, turn left on Echo, taxi to ramp B Alpha.
Stefan Macon to the ramp B Alpha, American 206.
So I'm gonna go with flaps 30, speed check flaps 30, 161. So landing gear is down, flaps is 30 and green, speed brake is armed, landing checklist complete, and we're clear to land, runway 28 left, visual approach. But that doesn't mean that we can help the approach, of course, with the ILS, of course. You have to always play in your side, guys, like. Okay, so we are on visual. Runway 28 left is in front of us. I just gonna disconnect the autopilot and flight director.
Tower Delta 351.
Delta 351, runway 1 left, line up weight, check on 2.5 miles on it for the crossing.
Flight director.
1 left, line up on weight, Delta 351.
Sentinel aircraft, San Francisco 86, information hotel current, wind 060, cushion 060 at 5, altimeter 3019er.
Continue. Oh my god, what the hell happened? Reverse idle.
San Francisco Tower, very good morning to United 2, 14
Reverse
visual
creep.
to your left.
That was like I don't know, another glass of mountain or something like that.
Runway 28 left, land.
Go on runway 28 left,
Speed
United
brake
14.
up. There we go. And manual braking.
San Francisco Tower, still learning
This
here.
is scenarios.
Flight correct now?
Llegamos.
Negative, I still haven't got a back standby.
I think it's like a glass of something over there. I tried with the runway 28 right, but 28 left, I think they have something over there. We'll see.
Take off on F6.
Runway 28 left, clear for takeoff, RNAV 6, Delta 351.
Delta 351, confirm runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. What?
So I'm just gonna take a left on Bravo.
705, turn right on Kilo. Okay.
It's too late. I'm going Bravo and I'm going to the West Cargo Airport.
Okay, that works for me. Cargo Luke 705, taxi to West Cargo via Bravo Zulu.
Okay, Bravo Zulu, Cargo Luke 705, thanks. Okay, so Bravo and we go all the way to the left. No pude estar muy atento al stream por ir volando, pero estuvo bueno. Me acabo de matar en la pista porque aparentemente hay un problema de flattening ahí con el aeropuerto este, así que voy a tener que investigarlo un poco. Lo probé para la pista 28 derecha, pero efectivamente me toqué suave ahí, pero para esta no sé. Y eso que venía 2.2 venía impecable, pero bueno. Típico escenario gigante, sí, po. Qué paja. Paja. Pero bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? Ok. We take here left on Bravo. And we left the runway, so we're gonna go with APU start. And taxi light off. Strobe light off. We go with weather off. Auto brakes in off. Flaps is up. And this one go to transponder.
Delta 123, requested push and start.
La probé para la pista 28 derecha, pero no probé la 28 izquierda y ese fue el error quizá. Debería haberlo probado para la 28 izquierda, pero bueno, en fin. Nada que hacer, chiquillos. These are the problems sometimes with these kind of scenarios. They have like some problem with the flatten. I heard some things that actually there was a issue with runway 28 left, but we'll see.
Sure.
So anyway, we're gonna go through Bravo, and then we're just gonna go here to the Westfield cargo. Okay. So TCAS is off. And I'm just gonna reduce this one over there. Ahora, seguir esperando mi polerita. Sí, pues hay que preguntarle a Luchito qué pasa con tu polera. Le vamos a preguntar, ¿ah? Porque...
Okay, why do you keep having you going from Fort Worth? You're leaving San Francisco, but your route says you're going from Fort Worth.
Okay, vamos we're gonna set this one right now.
My recommendation, go to flightaware.com and just look at routes from San Francisco to Love Field or Fort Worth or something like that and adjust them slightly accordingly.
Now we go here to the left, to the right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, 214, turn left on Tango, taxi to ramp via Alpha.
Left Tango, ramp via Alpha, United 214, thank you.
Estoy esperando a Chile Express. Ah, le vamos a preguntar. Ya, buenísima. No, entonces debe estar por llegar porque Lucho se la mandó. Lucho es bien responsable en esas cosas, así que no creo que... Okay, so here we're gonna turn to the right. Mira por el número de seguimiento donde viene. Ah, el del paquete de Chile Express.
Total 123, ready for taxi.
And here to the left.
Southwest.
And we're gonna go with the taxi light off.
Delta 123, ready to taxi.
Okay, sorry. Delta 123, runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha, Mike 1.
Where's the Marshall? I don't know.
Taxi via Alpha, Mike 1 to 1 left, Delta 123.
Okay, parking brake is set, and this guy is always over there in between somewhere, I don't know. Okay, so the APU is already running, so we're gonna transfer all the power into the APU. So now the APU is supplying all the power. We're gonna go with field control switches to cutoff, and seatbelt goes to off. We go with the hydraulic pumps to off, fuel pumps they go to off. And beacon, we're just gonna wait below 5%. Desde las 7 que anda en reparto, solo falta que me vengan a dejar. Ah, ok, o sea, debería ser hoy día eso. Okay, so below 5, so we're gonna go with beacon off, we're gonna go with flight directors to off, we're gonna go with traffic off, nav, close flight, and we're gonna set this one in 2000. This one is standby. I'm just gonna put this one in above because you wanna be a nice guy with the next people that's gonna take the airplane. I'm just gonna set this one to set. I'm gonna request the ground power, and we're gonna do shutdown checklist. So shutdown checklist, parking brake is set. Shutdown checklist is complete. Bueno amigos, hemos llegado. Lamentablemente media accidentada la llegada. ¿Qué le vamos a hacer? El flatten, el típico flatten de estos aeropuertos cuando hay con mucha agua o hay un acantilado y se genera este tipo de cosas. Lo probé para la pista 28 derecha, nos dieron aproximación a la pista 28 izquierda, no lo probé la pista 28 derecha, considerando que el 747 tiene tiene el tren mucho más bajo, así que pasa mucho más arrastrado, así que cualquier diferencia que hay ahí en el flatten, digamos, en cuanto a terreno, va a generar obviamente que le mande un pencazo al terreno, pero bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? Es cosas del simulador obviamente que están fuera de repente de las cosas que uno podría llegar a esperar, así que eso, lamentable, pero bueno. Total, lo importante es que el vuelo estuvo bueno. Así que lo importante es que hay salud. Así que eso. Eso, amigos. Mañana no hay streaming. Por lo cual, pasado mañana, el miércoles a 16 UTC, salimos acá de San Francisco. Voy a virar eso del flatten y les voy a contar más el día miércoles. Y salimos desde acá, desde San Francisco, hacia la Ciudad de México. Por favor, acompáñenos, amigos, con los amigos de Fly Sim Chile, lo mismo de siempre. Gastón, Jara, el Luis Oliva. Jara está haciendo streaming de 320 para que vayan a verlo, apóyenlo. Su canal es twitch.com. Lito-CL para que vayan a ver también procedimientos de 320. Así que eso, ¿qué más les puedo contar? I think that's it. Yeah, now I'm gonna go in English. Okay, guys. First of all, it was a little bit of a problem over there during the landing because there is sometimes you have problems with this kind of scenarios, especially when you buy a new one and you have like some kind of a shoreline very close to the runway, or you have like I don't know, like a reach or something like that. You always have some problems with flattens, right? These like kind of glass mountains that you cannot pretty see, but you slam the airplane into the runway. Especially with the 747, which is a big airplane, and sometimes the landing gear goes too low, right? So, but anyway, I tried it before doing the streaming with runway 28 right, which I was expecting to have that one, but at the end they gave us 28 left. So, sorry about that, guys. It's problems with the simulator. What you can do, nothing. I was on the profile. It's just like, yeah, sometimes these things happens, guys, right? Of course, I'm gonna try to investigate the problem. If I come with a solution, I will tell you guys on Wednesday. Tomorrow, there's no stream, by the way. We're gonna stream on Wednesday, 16 UTC, from here, from San Francisco to Mexico City. So go and see that streaming, guys. Join us if you want to fly, of course. 16 UTC on Wednesday. Come and join us fly with us. We're going to be with the whole team of Fly Sim Chile, Luis Oliva, Gaston, Harold Hoover. Harold Hoover is also streaming in the 320. Go and follow him. His channel is twitch.com/lito_CL. He is doing streaming in the 320. So you can follow him. You can see the procedures of the 320 as well. Very knowledgeable guy. And yeah, that's it, guys. We will come on Wednesday with another streaming with the friends of Fly Sim Chile. I'm just going to stay here in the cockpit just to whip up my cheers, my horrible landing that I did here. But I will come with a solution for sure, guys. And maybe we're going to repeat this flight in the future, right? Like, not now, of course, because the schedule for everybody in the Fly Sim Chile community, it has been like very busy this couple of almost 2 months doing this world tour. So definitely we're gonna come back here to San Francisco, maybe with a solution with this flattening thing for runway 28 left, so we don't smash the airplane to the ground again. I hope to see you guys on Wednesday with another streaming, with another episode, with this world tour almost finishing, right? I feel kind of nostalgic with this feeling of to lose the streaming every single day on at the 16 UTC. Anyway, guys, we see you on Wednesday. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you very much for the new followers. F Candia, X-Fruit, Andy M91, and Rapax79. Thank you very much for the following. And yeah, I see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you very much for following me, and I see you on Wednesday. Thank you.